Good morning. Today is Sunday, October 18th, 2020, and I'm Margaret Drugovich, the president of Hartwick College. It is another beautiful day in Oneonta. The fall colors continue to be stunning, really just amazing. Of the 13 falls that I've been in Oneonta, I think that this is by far the most beautiful. I hope that you get outside today to enjoy it. Congratulations to our students and employees for continuing to manage the COVID challenge. Because of your care for one another, masks on, social distance testing, we have no new cases to report, and now no active cases. Since August 1st, we have had a total of 21 infections among members of our campus community. This represents extraordinary success. Because of the responsibility that Hartwick students are demonstrating, we've been able to newly permit visitation between rooms within the same residence hall and halls where residents have kept policy infractions to a minimum. Congratulations to you for protecting yourself and for protecting your friends. I have hope that if we continue at this same level of personal responsibility, we will make it successfully together through the 34 days of residential living left in this semester. That's my hope. Even as I say it, though, I know it will not be easy. As a nation and as a state, we are not yet out of the woods. 3 states have been added to the New York State hot list of states with travel restrictions. That brings the total number of states on the New York travel restrictions list to 38. And that means when you travel from these states, you need to quarantine for 14 days. By state mandate, even a negative COVID test does not exempt you from that quarantine. Of greater concern to me is that 10 states reported their highest single-day numbers of new coronavirus cases on Friday. Over 69,000 new infections were reported on Friday alone. And of most concern to me is that emerging clusters of cases are occurring in both downstate and upstate New York. Some neighborhoods, particularly downstate, have been profoundly impacted. There's been a dramatic increase in the number of cases on some college campuses in upstate as well. And if you Google it, you'll find them. On October 8th, I sent a video to our students asking them not to leave campus if possible, not even to go home. I know that's a lot to ask, but I'm asking you again. Please do not travel when you can avoid it, even within New York State. The state has gotten very good at tracing infections right down now to the block where people live. And all of that information is public. You can see it for yourself if you go to the governor's website, forward.ny.gov. You can check out your street address to see if there's an active cluster of infections where your family resides. The state has had to take unfortunate steps to shut down services and activities in areas where it identifies these infections. So, because of these intense outbreaks in some areas of the state, and the devastating impact it will have on our semester if you, quite by accident, bring the infection back to campus, later this week, we are going to launch a way for you to report the area within the state where you plan to travel if you choose to leave the campus. We will keep track of the hotspots within New York State. I want you to know if you're putting yourself and potentially others at risk. This is out of care for you and out of care for everyone on our campus. If you do choose to go to an area with a high infection rate within New York State, we may choose to place you in a precautionary quarantine when you return. I know this is a new step, but it's one that we need to take to protect both you and others. As has been the case since March, we need to remain flexible and respond to the challenges that are presented to us by COVID-19. COVID-19 respects no geographic border. The virus spreads from person to person. A vaccine is coming, but the timing's uncertain. Our campus right now is really the best place for you to be. Of course, even with all this in mind, we're planning for the J-term and spring term of 2021. We announced that J-term will begin on January 18th, and we will run without interruption from J-term right through the spring term. There are many details to be finalized and announced. Those announcements will come in the coming weeks. I know you've got lots of questions that you would like answers to. Please remain attentive to your emails and the college's Hartwick Cares postings. We'll bring you right up to date as soon as we can. Finally, our FlightPath initiatives are taking their full form. I want to congratulate co-leads Patty Delaney and Tom Warger and all of the members of the FlightPath implementation team on your work with all of the members of our community as we prepare for the J-term discovery experience and the spring 21st century modules. Also, congratulations to VP Paula Lee Hobson and her colleagues on the successful launch of the professional networking and protocol summits held for sophomores and juniors and seniors. Over 780 students engaged in these success summits over the last 2 weeks. This is a great start, and there is so much more to come. I've witnessed a tremendous outpouring of support and care for and by Hartwick students and employees. I see professional staff protecting students' health, both physical and mental, through safe programming and enforcement of our COVID-inspired rules. Enforcement is not easy, but they do it because it's essential to protect everyone. I see colleagues helping and encouraging one another. Life goes on even in COVID world, and colleagues are experiencing the challenges that come with living a full life. I thank you for supporting one another. I see faculty reaching out to and supporting our students in their learning in whatever form it must take. Such a remarkable amount of continued creativity and commitment is being infused in our learning because of you. Thank you to our faculty. And I see students caring for one another through what you do and how genuinely kind you are. My thanks to you as well. And I've had several conversations with parents this week. The depth of their care for and commitment to the welfare of their children is something I truly admire. Based upon these conversations and what I observe, I know that one thing continues to be true for me. I am very proud to be a member of this community. I hope that you are too. With our compassionate community in mind, the song I have chosen for you today is Not While I'm Around, performed by Kira Galoyan and PJ Perry. Be safe. Wear your mask. Have a great Sunday.